Strelok has only played one game so far in the NASL. For the people who just tune in and wondering what is his record, he is 0-1 as he lost 2-0 against Mana.
That's exactly right. Now these guys are both spawning top position. So
so if you guys can notice, Ben is slightly distracted right now, so I'm just gonna help him out. Because the moment, Ben, when you stumble over a sentence, if they are both spawning at the top position, I think the people at home kind of figure what's wrong with this MrBitter guy. MrBitter is having some technical difficulties. We're working on it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and introduce the players. As Complexity's Ganzi is using a Ghostly User's account, spawning on the right top side, being our pink Terran. And of course, Epic Soul Strelok is our ambitious Ukrainian red Terran, spawning on the left top side. I'm a little bit sad that Strelok, as Ukrainian, does not play as yellow or blue. I mean, hey.
It's a good point. It's a good point. Reminds me of the White Raw T-shirt with the Ukrainian flag on it. Yes. Says more GG, more skill.
Well, everything of White Raw is pretty awesome, man. White Raw is, I mean, I wanted to say the Nesty of Protoss, but of course that's Elfie. So
White Raw is the Nesty of eSports.
I can definitely live with that. Strelok is immediately gonna scout Ganzi, as it seems, Ben, that both players are opening up with the no gas fast expand build. Now of course we've seen a lot of TVTs recently on Entombed already. This is just a great map for bio in general, or actually a healthy mix between bio and tanks. And with both players opening up with the no gas fast expand build, I can only imagine that is going to be the case later on. Ganzi got a little bit unfortunate as he scouted the right bottom side of the map first. Interesting spawning locations, by the way, Ben. I did not even know that these were possible in the NASL.
Yeah, that's actually why I was stumbling there in the beginning. I was like, oh, that's interesting. They're both spawning top spawn. That means they are close positions, and they're going to share a fourth expansion, which is going to do some crazy things.
I don't think they're going to share it.
what they're going to do, Kev, is one of them's going to build a command center to the left, one of them's going to build a command center to the right.
It's like
they're both going to mine one gas geyser.
Yeah, it's like, hey man, I take the right refinery, you take the left. Like, yeah, sounds like a deal to me.
Sure. And then they'll just distance mine from the minerals.
No, they can just share the minerals as well, no?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't put a command center in the middle.
No.
So
oh, yeah, distance mine, okay. I understand. Yeah, and then they can basically both fully saturate it because it takes longer for the SFVs to travel home. Wow, this is going to be the most peaceful game of StarCraft 2 ever.
That's right. It's not actually StarCraft, where they're playing
Lovecraft.
RTS SimCity.
I would love that game.
Really super similar openings on both sides of the map. Double gas follow-ups to these, I believe, one racks fast expansions.
That is correct. Strelok lost his SUV over there. I think Ganzi's SUV died as well. Both players, actually Strelok dropping his factory a little bit quicker. Now these spawning locations, man, it gets really interesting because one bad fight is pretty much going to be the end of the game, and pushing is going to be so much easier. While normally this is a very tough map for Terrans to push. Controlling the middle is normally also important, but when you spawn left and right top, controlling the middle.
The middle of the map is essentially this shared expansion.
Yeah, that is correct.
Guys. It's a very short push distance.
But that also means, man, no Zonaga watchtower.
Which I think is a good thing.
Yes.
I don't like the Zonaga towers, Kev.
I like the Zonaga watchtowers as much as...
I like...
Pie.
You said pie?
Yeah.
I love pie. You don't like pie?
I'm not actually a really big pie fan, but when some people offer it to me, I can roll with it.
Guys, Kev and I are involved in a bet right now. Kevin has bet me that I cannot make it to the Season 4 finals without eating French fries the entire time. It's a cruel and unusual bet because he keeps going to Five Guys, sending me pictures of his food, and he even bought me a Five Guys gift card. If you guys don't know this, Five Guys makes the fry that bites back. What Kevin didn't realize when he was making this bet is if he had bet me that I can't make it to the finals without eating pie, that I would have never accepted. That would be an impossibility for me. I love pie. I love pie with a passion. I love pie more than I love chocolate chip cookies.
Okay, man. As we saw a scan going down from Ganzi in the main base, he did catch the factory, so perhaps he can sort of piece it together. But there is a benchy opening on either side actually, and it's incredibly even. So far absolutely nothing has happened in this game, and there is a 2-second difference between the benchy, but this is actually, well, this has already been going on for 30 seconds. But while you were talking about our bet, which I think is really funny, I think I'm doing pretty good in my bet. I'm pretty confident that you're gonna break eventually. Like all I really want to do, what we saw, by the way, we saw Oh, but this has V-straps, so it's going to have to wait a little bit. But of course, Terran's building can fly. Ganzi was researching the Caduceus reactor ban, perhaps hoping that Strelok would throw down a scan, and actually he did throw down a scan and he saw the tag lab spinning. Now I'm not sure if that was a bad fake or not, but he at least pretended the fact that he wanted to go for cloak. I don't know, I think I'm doing good in my bet, and I think all I have to do, Benz, is to get you drunk, and then you will, oh man,
Let's go get some fries.
I'm craving fries right now. As the Banshees even pass each other mid-air, and I'm gonna say, hello Banshee, good luck man, I hope you won't die to those Marines. Well, Ganzi is going to fly in the first Marines, and it's going to be hard for him.
Actually, Ganzi taking a lot of damage on just the Marines, and Strelok has a Viking popping out. And
Ganzi went for the Raven follow-up, so it's going to take him a little longer to have a real good answer. The Marines were a little bit out of position as well, and he has less Marines. Benny only has 5 Marines in the field right now. I think Ganzi's in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, Strelok has an opportunity to do some damage. He's already got 6 kills on that Banshee. He's going to pick off a couple more Marines, and there's nothing really out right now that kills Banshees. I guess Ganzi can always try to drop an auto turret.
I guess he really wants to wait until he can actually kill the Banshee for sure with that, as this Marine is not going to be able to make it either. Man, that went so much better for Strelok than it went for Ganzi, as Ganzi also ended up losing his Marine. Didn't really kill a whole lot. Ganzi does have a worker advantage, and of course he had less Marines because he has this Ninja expand in the right bottom side of this map.
That's the real big catch. Ganzi's taken this base in the bottom right, a hidden expansion.
And I can't blame Strelok for not really scouting that yet, Ben, because I wouldn't really expect someone to expand there. And besides that, certainly when the Banshee's timings, like they literally met mid-air over here, then you don't feel that your opponent is going for a Ninja expand.
No. Man, this is really tough for Strelok, though. Like you were saying, these positions don't really put Strelok in a spot where he can that he can scout that, Kevin. Like he's going to have to very deliberately go way out of his way to see if there's a base down there, and it's just not going to happen anytime soon.
Stim is about to finish up for Strelok. Let me just check it, Ganzi, because I don't believe that he has Stim yet. I don't think he even researched it, but I'm just going to have to double check that. Nope, no Stim yet, so that is really the fact why Strelok just purely invested in his infrastructure and upgrades. And Ganzi has been investing in his economy. I think that Strelok is going for a really quick push ban, and that's the only thing that would really be quite terrible for Ganzi right now.
Wow, look at the army supplies right now, 50 to 29.
And the tanks are just not even ready yet. Siege mode just starting right now for Ganzi. This is going to be a close to impossible hold for Ganzi.
He's throwing down some panic bunkers right now. His Viking just dying immediately. And Strelok is hitting a great timing here.
Oh, Ganzi. Ganzi's in so much trouble right now.
Strelok is wondering himself, why in the world don't you have any units right now?
Yeah, this mod actually trigger a reaction that something weird is going on, and I do think that Strelok will eventually, if this won't kill Ganzi, he's definitely going to scout for those hidden expands. He really wants to get that bunker, and he does get it.
Now one bunker down, second one taking heavy fire, second bunker falls. These tanks.
There is a first tank right now, Ben, for Ganzi. That's really what he needs to stabilize.
He doesn't have siege mode, though.
He doesn't have siege indeed. It's going to be ready in 5 seconds, though. Ganzi is doing a pretty good job at buying time for himself at least, but is it going to be enough?
Finally, siege mode does complete. Ganzi needs to siege up that tank. I guess he's just... What are you doing, Ganzi?
The tank is a little indecisive.
Gonna load it up in a medevac and reposition it. Finally, he's able to siege up. Second tank popping out, but Strelok's
going to try to stim in. He picks up the Raven. He's dealing a lot of damage to the tank, and he will kill the tank.
2 tanks! Yes, Strelok, what a great push this has been. Taking out 2 siege tanks and really put himself in a pretty nice position. Ganzi, though, is hanging in there in terms of his supply.
Yeah, but losing those 2 tanks, that was massive for Ganzi. Strelok has a lot of units misrallied over here, which he's not aware of.
Now he's got them moving.
Okay.
So that's going to bounce back a little bit. Strelok's siege tanks have just paid for themselves in dividends.
Still no stim for Ganzi. Ganzi's going to end up losing those 5 Marines very easily. Well, Ganzi has lost so many units so far. 65 against only 35 for Strelok. And Strelok is really sieging up right in the face of Ganzi right now.
Yeah, and these tanks of Strelok have got almost 40 kills amongst themselves.
Wow.
They've been so incredibly effective here. Finally, Ganzi looks like he will eventually break out.
Nah, he's not going to be able to kill these 4 tanks yet.
Wow.
This would be so sick if Ganzi wins this game, Ben, and I really think that's a miraculous hold. But Strelok right now, Strelok just has to be aware of this, no? I mean, Strelok, you really did it. I mean, yes, you did quite a bit better in the Banshee phase of this game, but
he can't feel like, oh man, my macro is so much better. I've got 4 tanks and he has
wow.
0.
And they say Koreans have macro skills. Well, look at me. I'm the ambitious Terran. Upgrades are very similar right now. I love that during all this pressure that Ganzi just seems like, Let's research +2, +2. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, I mean, you know how it is, Kevin. Mechanically, we have these actions just kind of ingrained in our fingertips, so just going through the motions.
Yeah, if you can afford it, you're like, might as well go for it. Strelok has more Marines over here than Ganzi, so Ganzi's gonna end up losing these Marines as well. Strelok is playing a really good TVT so far, man, picking up those Marines and the medevacs, and he has that big contain right now.
He's got 30 supply, Kevin. Still hasn't checked for hidden bases.
Yeah,
if he sends anything around the map and spots this, it's instant GG.
Wants to drop a couple of Marines on top of these siege tanks, but that's not going to work, as there are a lot of Marines over there for Strelok as well. I mean, yes, Ganzi, you might be able to secure your main for a little bit, but Strelok, eventually a bell has to ring, right? That something ain't right here. Oh man, I think this guy's on a mission. Christopher Columbus is back, carries a gun and a suit. It's Christopher.
Polo. Wait, do you think Christopher Columbus and Marco Polo would be friends?
No man, they would be way too ambitious to discover new land first. It's kind of the guy, like two captains on one ship does not go very well together.
Well, Columbus is going to discover the new world, Kevin, and he's going to be very surprised to find that it looks a lot like the old one. Command centers and SCVs. He's like, hey.
Oh, stem.
I wasn't expecting this at all.
I could take them all.
Oh, Columbus.
I'm in deep.
Enraged the natives.
Don't mess with them Indians. Scan is going down. Army supply right now. Strelok is still in a healthy lead as he's up 33 supplies. Strelok during all this ban did go up to 3 bases as well. So right now, oh, look at this. I love this. Like, Ganzi is aware of the fact that Strelok is going to send a lot of Marines over there. And that is just a matter of time before he's going to lose his SVs. So he's actually sending enough SVs. It's kind of a race against the clock, though, man. Look at this.
It's a really incredible move by Ganzi. If he can hold with this,
he will.
That would be unbelievable. But, there he's not quite unloaded yet. Strelok does get a steal. He's going to dance in, but Ganzi will hold. That is a great play.
Sick play by Ganzi.
A game-defining play if Ganzi's able to come back here.
If Ganzi wins this game, that's going to be one of the craziest TVTs I've seen in a long time, because I don't see how he's going to break this contain.
Strelok's reaction is just going to be to see more units down to the bottom of the
map. Ganzi's probably going to do the same thing. Eventually, this will be the main base of Ganzi.
Just relocate.
Relocate. Man, that would be like D-Day. Imagine a 200 supply army in medevacs.
Slowly, Ganzi is trying to leapfrog his way out. He does have a little bit of air control here with these couple of Vikings.
This is a pretty big army, though, from Strelok heading over to the right bottom side. That's a little too much for Ganzi to deal with. So Ganzi is going to end up losing this base, and that's going to leave Ganzi with very little options.
That's almost 40 Marines from Strelok. And while these 300 Spartans will make a valiant last stand, they will ultimately fall. And so, too, will fall this expansion. And that's got to kind of be the nail in the coffin for Ganzi, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is an extremely sick contain. The Sense Tower even went down right now. I think there's one more option, Ben, and that is just to doom drop the main base. And I don't know. I really don't know what kind of options there are.
You see that Ganzi's slowly elevating his units out of his main base.
Does he really want to eat? He does really want to try to break this contain. If he wants to do it, he should probably do it right now before all these Marines join in the fun.
Could possibly be the one answer. Here comes Ganzi, big flanking squad of Marines coming down from behind. He's not going to try to break out, though, Kevin. He's just going to send a big counterattack.
There are just armies all around. I mean, they are literally surrounded right now. These Marines are just not behind enemy lines. This is a good fight for Ganzi, but Strelok has overwhelming numbers.
And there it is. GG gets called. Great game one from Strelok. Goes up 1-0 over Ganzi.
Got a little bit fortunate with the push. I really think that his thinking process was there like, hey, I actually did much better with my Banshee than Ganzi did. Let's try to see if I can make something happen with a quick push. If not, it should all be okay. I don't really have to commit. But well, actually he's like, whoa, there's not a single siege tank over there. It's time for me to siege up, and just killed a lot of units and pretty much sealed the game from there on.
Worked out very well for Strelok, who goes up 1-0. We're going to take a very short break. That last game brought to you guys by Azo Monitors, the brightest production and gaming monitors on the planet. You can go check out Azo Monitors at azo.com. Please go there today. Small commercial break, and then we're back with Game 2, Strelok versus Ganzi. Stick around.